Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Los Angeles Chargers. So with that, let's get you out to Southern California as standing by at StubHub Stadium. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
So here the Cowboys now runs for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Ops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
All right, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. No gain at all on the play there at Dover. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And what qualities really attracted Kansas City to move up to get Patrick Mahomes?
As he's down to the 48. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here we go now.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Throw left side complete. That's Neal. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good. And hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on back 26. Play there, 2nd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Right, tight end's right. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there is that
Static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle. You may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw now.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A 2nd and 9. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 3rd down and 12.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
My defense, how do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's off at about the 31. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And Matthews has it right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Green, 39.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Burt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. This drive, it's first and 10.
Green 90.
Mahomes is going to run the option left. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it?
Here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Out there as the drive will continue. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. An injured play. They were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
And he slides to avoid the hit. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. And his kick is indeed good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3.
Decision here.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody.
Print it up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. Up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Another drive bogs down, but for the fourth time, they're able to escape with 3 points. Second and short.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Here we go now. Green.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Guzman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Locations here in this second half. First and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
To get there to finish him off.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Out, they're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Here's a give to Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there.
Second and goal here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great.
Green, 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. It's an opening, still ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes going to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but this one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine.
Next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.